Karim?
Yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So as you can see, let's start from the question. The title of my presentation: Can LLMs accurately analyze the morphology of classical Arabic text? And I'm mentioning here more particularly the Quran. One of the questions maybe you have discussed that it's worth asking for LLMs: can we use them to process the Quran, to process a hadith, so on and so forth? My answer for the moment is no. Let me show you something, a fact. So these represent the content on the websites, on all the web servers all around the world. 50% of the servers, which means how LLMs are trained, they are trained from 50% of English. And you can see at the bottom, the Arabic, you have only 0.6%, which means if you want the LLMs to behave accurately, in the best case, it is trained from only 0.6% from Arabic. And you know, Quran, Hadith, everything related to Islam start from the Arabic language. You can imagine the situation is worse because 0.6% is mainly social media. So how can you rely on LLMs today? Right? The question, what kind of LLMs do we need? Do we really need an LLM? So from the previous presentation, many tasks, we don't really need LLMs. We need something else, rule-based, some transforms, so on and so forth. But today, I want to focus on only one point. So let's start from, yes, I'm not saying LLMs are bad. LLMs are good. They have many advantages. They are trained mainly for what? For text generation. Okay, don't forget this. They are trained only for text generation from the very beginning. That was the purpose at the beginning. They have power, they have speed, and they have many kinds of applications. However, lack of understanding, common sense reasoning. They are not trained for reasoning at all. Text generation are used to simulate reasoning. You have bias, you have hallucinations, you have energy consumption, you have ethical concerns, you have limited explainability, lack of domain, so on and so forth. But for me, what is the danger? Young generations favor digital tools over printed books influenced by AI growth. But the second point, LLMs are increasingly trusted as reliable information sources. For me, it's a danger, right? So thanks, Anis, for having said that we need human insight at the end. It's very important. How can we rely only on a machine? That's فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So can we consider that أهل الذِّكْرِ is a computer? That's a question, philosophical question to ask. And of course, current models lack strong understanding of Arabic grammar, and I consider if you want to do anything related to Islam, you need to understand Arabic. I'm not saying the other languages are not good, they are not participating, but I mean, the core of everything in Islam is based on Arabic. So, I didn't say, I'm sorry, from the beginning, it's not only my work, it's a work of a whole team. We are computer scientists, we are statisticians, but we are also linguists. So it's important to have a good quality of the work. In computer science, as you know, we do have the process, but we do have also data. If I have to choose myself between the two, where do you want to dedicate your time and efforts? I would say data, because data never die. But the process, the algorithms changes over time. But the data, they are there. So as I said before, we need an Islamic LLM with excellent quality, but not with this kind of quality. This is not possible to do anything related to Islam with what we have so far. And Islam, we don't know, mainly rely on Quran, Hadith, so on and so forth, and all these are in the Arabic language. So in my team, I have always been focused on the Arabic, and my need is to provide excellent quality data set. We really, for instance, I presented weeks or months ago in the context of MRN another project named Morabba, where we digitized all the Arabic linguistic knowledge. It took us 15 years to provide these data sets. But we take time. They are not going to die, right? They are there. They are for free. Anyone interested, go there, please, and take advantage of it. The current project I'm presenting is Qamar, which analyze, I mean, the aim of the project is to analyze the content with no errors, exactly no errors. For the moment, we have started with the morphology. When I say morphology, in any text, it means a word. Then you have text, then you have the meaning, right? In any text, you have the word, then the sentence, then the meaning of the sentence, then the pragmatic sides. So starting from the beginning means starting with the morphology, which means the words. The next step is to start with the semantic synonymy, because it's important when you have to. So there are some existing works, for analyzing the content of the Quran. You can imagine that the first data sets released on analyzing the morphology of the Quran has been done in Haifa University in the occupied Palestine, maybe 20 years ago. We have another work from Leeds, Leeds University, and Anis mentioned Eric Atwell, and they partnered at the given time with New York University in Abu Dhabi. They have another team in Morocco, Al Khalil team, and you have finally a fourth work from Birzeit University in Palestine. So our methodology is we used a semi-automatic approach. We used our own API to analyze all the words of the Quran. We are still in the process to iterate 3 times to be 100% sure there is no error. When I say we iterate, not the computer, the humans, to manually annotate the whole Quran with no errors, 0 errors, over a period of 2 years. And we are going to compare ourselves with the LLMs. We never know. So the resource is named Qamar, which stands for Quranic Arabic Morphological Analysis Resource. For those that don't know Arabic, Qamar means the moon. And we are considering 5 morphological features. So the MSA means the standard Arabic, because you know, Quran is written in Uthmani script, not in the standard Arabic. So you have to convert to the standard Arabic that we write today. Then we consider the stem, the lemma, the root, and the part of speech. I'm going to briefly explain these different features. So this is one screenshot of this Qamar resource. You can see from the very beginning, you have the surah number, the ayah number, surah name, Surah Al-Fatiha, how it is written in Uthmani, and how currently we write it. So you see, for instance, Bismi, we don't write it with the alif, while we know in Arabic today we write it with the alif. And you have then the stem, the lemma, the root, and the part of speech. Bismi is an ism or noun, for instance. Also, another thing that you can see later on in the second one, you can see here, Ya Isa. In the Uthmani script, it's one word, while in the current standard Arabic, we split in Ya, Isa. So the number of words is different, it's not the same. Okay, so what are the best LLMs to compare with? What we did, we considered 24 potential LLMs that are considered in the Arabic language, right? And we gave them 10 words in the Quran, and we categorized these words in 3 categories. The combined words, وَيْكَأَنَّهُ فَإِلَّمْ وَأَلَّوْ, etc. The longest words, for instance, and those words that appear only once. So for instance, ضِيزَ, أغطش, so on and so forth. And we gave the prompt to these LLMs. So we have, from these 10 words, for each word we have, if you remember, 5 features, which means anyone that is perfect should have a grade of 50, because we have 5 times 10, which is 50. So every LLM should have a grade of 50 at the end. You can imagine, so ChatGPT got a grade of 37 out of 50. Meta AI But then from Bard, Fanar is the only one that is among the ones that have been trained only on Arabic. And you can see it got a mark of 12. They are still bad. Because, you know, what's the reason? It's because I showed you before, 0.6% of Arabic only. And all of them are from social media. How can you rely on this? So we only considered the two that have a grade above the average, right? Only ChatGPT and Meta AI. And here are the results finally. So you can see, for instance, so the team from Leeds and New York University of Abu Dhabi, they have a score of 48% for the words written in the standard Arabic. They have only 11% for the STEM, but this is mainly because they are considering different definition of what is a STEM, so on and so forth. But maybe you can consider the last column when you have the mean score, the score that takes the mean of all the others, right? You can see, for instance, that, can you see Meta AI and ChatGPT? They are failing in analyzing half of the Quran. And we considered here only the 10,000 first words in the Quran because we are still iterating. We are still in the finishing all the 60,000 remaining words in the Quran. But for the moment, for the 10 first thousand, we are pretty sure because we iterated 3 times, right? Manually, I'm saying. Okay, as I told you, we started from our own tools that we have in our team. That's the name of our tool, Safar. Okay, and we gave it to the, we analyzed everything with these tools, but this has been manually checked with all the linguists, right? And of course, so Qamar, okay, we also are going to release very soon, inshallah, a website where you can see everything. You can check for the whole Quran, or maybe you can check for a given surah. And then what we are doing also, we are giving the option to people that are interested to come and propose. Maybe you are wrong in somewhere if you want to propose something. So you can, anyone having access to internet can come and say, okay, we don't agree with what we are providing. This is what we are proposing. So we are providing this to everyone and come. We would like to have a 100% resource for Arabic that analyzes all the words of the Quran. This is the infrastructure. This is what we need to start from. Forget about ChatGPT, forget about, they are not doing this for the Islam. Okay, so if I have to rank all the works, so this is the ranking from the beginning. I'm ranking is not important, but just want to say that, yeah, we hopefully, inshallah, consider to have this Qamar as 100% sure in analyzing every single word of the Quran. And the next step would be to analyze the meaning and the semantics of every word also in the Quran. As a first step, for us, it's only the first milestone. We would like to build on top of it to consider something, how we can build good quality LLMs. So existing resources need also Uthmani to MSA conversion or normalization, and this conversion that was not well done, it affects the stem and the lemma accuracy, and the LLMs, as I have shown you, they underperform human benchmarks, right? And I think that's it. Thank you.
السلام عليكم.